today's video, I want to go over a couple of free PlayStation 4 themes that you can get right now. Free stuff on PSN, not directly through the PlayStation Store, however, it's super easy to get, and I'll explain all of that in the video. Also, another PlayStation 5 game has been confirmed with a cross-generational title. We'll go over that, and it's coming from Ubisoft, and Dreams has come out on PlayStation 4, being received very, very well. However, it's going to get a significant update, and it's a game that's going to be supported for a very long time, but let's talk all about that at the end of this video. First up, if you want to deck out your PlayStation 4 a little bit with a couple of cool themes, right now you can go on Asper's official website, asper.com/Star Wars. We'll leave a link in the description box below, and you can get the Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy theme, as well as Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast theme. So literally, you go on the website, and they make it very, very easy for you to click on the Get Theme button, and then you can put in your date of birth as well as your email, and you will get the theme that way. Just some free themes to deck out your PlayStation 4, nothing really to write home about. Some of you guys might be wondering, why are they offering us Jedi Knight themes on PlayStation 4? Isn't Jedi Knight a game that released a couple of consoles ago? However, these two games are available on the PlayStation 4 directly as PlayStation 2 on PlayStation 4 games. Star Wars is kind of in right now after Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was so good, and I feel like more people are attached to the Star Wars IP in a gaming sense after Battlefront kind of left it for dead. Battlefront 1 and 2, and Battlefront 2 at this point has become a rather compelling multiplayer experience as well. So things are looking up for Star Wars, and these free themes right now to get just adds to the fun. And again, I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. Super easy to get. None of you guys should be complaining that this is too difficult to get. Why isn't it directly available on the PlayStation Store? Come on, some things are worth a click or two, and I think in this case, getting a couple of cool themes, that's worth a click or two, especially at absolutely free pricing. Alright, moving on from that, we've got yet another PlayStation 5 cross-gen title confirmed, and that is Rainbow Six Siege. Yes, Rainbow Six Siege will be coming to the PS5 and Xbox Series X with cross-gen multiplayer support, and Ubisoft has confirmed that. In a recent interview with Windows Central, game director Leroy Athensoft talked about the release of the next-generation consoles and Ubisoft's plans for the games going forward. According to the game director, the team intends to make Rainbow Six Siege available on the next-gen consoles upon launch, and unlike the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X patches that were released several months following the release of both consoles, Ubisoft wants to make sure that fans can play Siege once the next-gen consoles are available. Why I can't give you a date is because those dates are in the end on the people doing the next-gen consoles. What I can tell you is that we are going to be on the consoles from launch when they will release the consoles, but it's up to them to agree on that. For Siege, our target is to be available right at launch. We don't want to break our community, so we want people who buy the new system right away to play it with their friends. Aside from being available on the PS5 and Xbox Series X, Athensoft also confirmed that Siege will support cross-generation multiplayer support. This allows players on the next-gen consoles to play with players on the current-gen consoles and vice versa. So that's really nice, especially because Siege is a game that is reliant on its multiplayer community, and as he mentioned, breaking up that multiplayer community, yes, for some people it would be nice, because that means PlayStation 5 people would be playing with added benefits and whatever the case may be, but he noted, quote, "That means if you play on the next PlayStation, you will be able to matchmake with the previous PlayStation," the game director noted, and he continued talking about the team is ready to support full crossplay between PlayStation and Xbox, which I know is something that everyone wants, although this is more of a discussion between Sony and Microsoft, as has always really been the case, and Sony has been the one that has really been reluctant on that. I know we give Sony a lot of credit for a lot of things, but let's be real, Sony has been the one that's been pushing away cross-platform play, and some of you guys will give your reasoning as to why. However, at the end of the day, it's not something that's great for the consumer, so yes, even if you can justify it, it's not something that I at a fundamental level is really gonna enjoy. But he noted, quote, "Again, this is more of a discussion between Microsoft and Sony. We would love to be fully cross-play, have Xbox players matchmaking against the PlayStation players. We are ready to support that, and hopefully this will happen, because as I said, it's a general move in the industry, and there is nothing that can prevent that. It's just a matter of time before it happens." I really hope that is the case. I think Microsoft is really going the right direction in terms of unifying the gaming community. I also understand where Sony is coming from. They want people invested into the PlayStation ecosystem. They want a little bit of control. That's why they release so many exclusives, and they haven't gone the full-on Microsoft route where they're releasing all of their exclusives on PC to generate additional revenue. There's no reason not to do that. It's just additional revenue. However, they understand that they need exclusives to entice people to buy the PlayStation platforms. At this point, it does look like they're bringing Horizon to PC, Death Stranding's coming to PC, and everything like that. And there might be other exclusives going to PC. However, I highly doubt that we're ever going to get to a point where exclusives on PlayStation PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 are coming out day and day with the PC version. I just don't think that's going to happen because Sony is of the mindset that they want to keep you in that ecosystem. And yes, it's one thing to release those games a year, 2 years down the line where they've kind of, used up all of their value. Not necessarily to say they become trash or anything, but the people that wanted those games would have already bought a PlayStation 5 to play those games a year or two down the line. You release it on PC and get some residual revenue that way, that's fine, but fundamentally they still want to keep you attached to that ecosystem. They want you subscribed to PlayStation Plus. They want you invested into PlayStation as a brand as a whole. But Microsoft is kind of moving away from that, where they're releasing all of their games on PC. Now it's a little bit different because the majority of PCs are Windows, and we can get on a tangent about that all day long, so let's end that here. But Rainbow Six Siege, going back to that, it has been one of the more compelling multiplayer experiences this entire generation. I know not everyone has enjoyed it. I know it's not been everyone's cup of tea, and I know they've made some decisions here and there that have turned some people off. However, if you want to talk about longevity, you're talking about a game that came out 4.5 years or so ago, and it is still kicking. It has an active community. They're still going to be supporting it into the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and you can't really say that about a lot of multiplayer games. Yes, some other multiplayer titles have had longevity, but when you look at Ubisoft multiplayer games, they are one of these, big publishers, big third-party publishers that I put in line with like EA, and a lot of the EA multiplayer shooters, they don't last for 5 years. Are people really supporting Battlefield 1 still? That's not necessarily the case. You're talking about a game that came out all the way back in 2015 and is still going to be supported into 2020 in the later portion of the year with the next-gen consoles. I find that something commendable, even if Ubisoft isn't everyone's favorite publisher. I think they've been doing some stuff right, and for this, I'll definitely give them some credit for. However, at the end of the day, Rainbow Six Siege is a little bit of a cash cow. They are making a lot of revenue off of it, so let's not act like they're just doing this out of the kindness of their heart, like I would say a Capcom is kind of doing with Monster Hunter World. But nonetheless, cool to see Rainbow Six Siege kicking it still, and I know a lot of people are still super into it, and just be aware that it's probably going to be supported for the next few years based on this report as well. Alright, another game that's going to be supported for a very, very long time is Dreams. It just came out on the PlayStation 4. The reviews have been spectacular at 91 on Metacritic right now, and it has been noted that Dreams PSVR is nearly done and multiplayer mode is still a long way off. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but Dreams in VR I think is going to be incredible. So that's at least a good sign. What's next for the studio over at Media Molecule? In an interview with Eurogamer, Media Molecule founder and game director Alex Evans said fans can expect PlayStation VR support to be released soon, while they'll have to wait a little bit longer to be able to play Dreams in multiplayer mode. Specifically noting there's a few different angles. VR is in the pipeline and is actually nearly done, to be honest. I'd love to get multiplayer in there, but we haven't got a date for that, as that's not nearly done. But that's one that I really care about, as I designed the code for multiplayer from the beginning, so I'm confident it'll come out. I just can't say when. And we're a game studio, we're not Tool Studio, so they're going to want to get our teeth into some meaty content. So I think that we're going to make more games in Dreams for sure, 100% guaranteed. That's exciting as well. They want to make more content within Dreams, and that's something I can definitely get behind. He continued by noting, I know there will be free updates and they will be juicy. I don't know how we're going to package it, but what we're going to do is we're going to work in parallel for a few things, and VR is the most cooked of them, and then we'll release them as and when we can. I imagine we will have paid content, maybe if we got Kojima's Dreams. If you're reading this, Kojima, come on down and we'll make Kojima's Dreams. That's actually pretty hilarious, and I would love to see that. Honestly, I think if Kojima's Dreams became a reality, I think that's something that would gain a lot of traction, and that would only entice even more people to pick up Dreams and try it out. Dreams has been one of those games that was an incredibly ambitious project, but that's really the name of the game when it comes to Media Molecule. They're not going to make a game where it's just by the books, it's another game, which there's nothing wrong with that. You can make compelling titles that are very by the books. However, Media Molecule has really tried to push the envelope a little bit, and they did that in spades with Little Big Planet. However, when Dreams was announced, I was like, holy crap, this is even on another level, and I was kind of skeptical. I was like, man, I don't know how this game is going to turn out, but give it up to Media Molecule for really making one of the best PS4 exclusives of all time. And based on the reception right now, it seems like Dreams is really finding itself as a Tier 1 exclusive alongside the ranks of an Uncharted 4, a God of War, all of those major titles. The Last of Us Part 2, I'm sure, is going to be there, and that's pretty great to see because this is a 2020 release. This is supposed to be the last year of the PlayStation 4, yet it is going out with an absolute banger with Dreams, Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and a lot of other games still to come to the PlayStation 4. They're not putting their foot off the gas. They are still releasing some remarkable PS4 games, and Dreams has really added to that fray in 2020, and with PSVR being nearly done, and with this game being supported for many years into the future, Dreams is one of the best pickups that you can really have right now, and at just $39.99, I really think it's a no-brainer to buy that. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, and Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, both of those have got free themes right now, so check that out. Rainbow Six Siege will be coming to the PlayStation 5, so that's yet another PS5 game confirmed. Maybe not the most exciting, but still, I think that is gonna be pretty exciting for some people. And Dreams PSVR is nearly done. Multiplayer mode is still a long way off, unfortunately, but that is something to know. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.